What is non-linear Akashic Records reading? It's basically the way that I read your Akashic Records. I'm not going to be talking about past lives. I'm going to be talking about the non-linearity, the multidimensionality of your higher self. Your higher self can always shift and change, because the higher self is simply a collection of all the experiences that we have had on a soul level, and we are all of the incarnations that we have or are having, because linear time does not really exist beyond the 3D realm of experience. All of these experiences are taking place in their own time-space dimension, and we get to connect to these experiences when we transcend the 3D and look at things from a higher perspective. So that is why I call it stepping into the time machine, time traveling. We experience time as being and feeling very linear, past, present, future, but once we float above that linear point of view, we are suddenly able to observe all points of view simultaneously. And the same thing with our parallel incarnations, because that is what it is really. It's more like a radio dial, and you are constantly fine-tuning this radio dial depending on the growth process that you are going through in the here and now. And you're constantly adjusting and connecting different parts of yourself back into you. And that is really what the Akashic Records are. It's not going to the past and going to the future when everything is basically happening in this now moment. So the lifetimes that are going to be coming up for people when I read your Akashic Records, they are always going to be a perfect frequency match for the experiences that you are now going through in this moment, and a direct connection to patterns, healing, and integration that you are doing right now on a soul level. So when we take away the illusion of time, or our perception of linear time, how we categorize our experiences, what we have is a direct link in between all of these different lifetimes. Like a spider web that I sometimes mention. You are the center of the spider web, and all the threads are the lifetimes. If one thread moves, the entire web vibrates. So all these lifetimes are in direct connection to each other. You can very much view these other incarnated aspects of your soul as spirit guides that are guiding you, and you get to be a guide for them as well in their timeline. So whether that is a lifetime 500 years ago, in the Bronze Age, in Egypt, or in the future, we get to heal things that they may not have been able to / are not able to in their time cycle, their timeline, because we can simply see and recognize the pattern. So we can often dissolve it through all of these threads of the spider web, all of time-space reality. We can heal it by recognizing it, and that is how we are able to move big blocks of energy in our lives, or integrate important soul gifts by seeing what we are actually doing in these other parts where our soul is incarnated, the other lifetimes. So our soul is still very much experiencing the other timelines. That is why we can have phobias, exaggerated reactions, because it is not in the past. We are experiencing these lifetimes as past because, according to our perception, they took place before this moment right now. But by realizing that we are, in fact, that person still, we get to call upon all of the gifts that they have cultivated in mystery school traditions, perhaps, or studies that they have done, things they have cultivated. We can activate them again and ask for these parts of our souls to activate that for us in this lifetime too. I have an entire free playlist on YouTube titled Akashic Records Lessons, and it's all about reading the Akashic Records in a non-linear way, and how you can try to do this for yourself, explaining the quantum mechanics of the non-linearity of time in metaphors, in easy ways for you to understand. It is completely free. It's on YouTube. So find it by going to my YouTube channel, which you can find in the description below.